Hello everyone. So today we start for OpenAI. What kind of a company starts as a non-profit research lab and just over a decade later reaches a reported valuation of $852 billion? That is the OpenAI story. But OpenAI is no longer simply the company behind ChatGPT. Is becoming an AI platform that reaches consumers, developers, enterprise, and governments. In this profile, we will look beyond the headlines at four cognitive questions: what OpenAI is, and how its models and product fit together, how the business is essential, and which risks could change its path. The goal is clarity, not hype. Let's begin with what OpenAI has become. This is Introcorp by us, company story designed to make complex business easier to understand. In this episode, the focus is OpenAI as a complete operating system for the AI economy. Not simply as the maker of the ChatGPT, we will move from corporate structure and scale into revenue, technology, product, market position, and strategic risk. As we go, reported private company figures will be identified as reported, and the product changes will be treated as time sensitive. With that framing in place, the first question is basic but important. What exactly is OpenAI today? OpenAI today is a non-profit controlled public benefit corporation with global consumer and business reach. It began in December 2015 as a non-profit research organization and was restructured into a PBC in October 2025, while the OpenAI Foundation retained control. The company builds frontier models and turns them into products such as ChatGPT, Codex, imaging tools, and agents. Its reported reach is enormous. More than 900 million weekly ChatGPT users, over 50 million consumer subscribers, and more than 9 million paying business users as of February 2026. One figure remains deliberately absent. OpenAI does not publish a current employee total. Next, we will put that reach into financial perspective. Raw numbers capture both OpenAI's momentum and its burden. Reported fiscal year 2025 revenue reached $13.1 billion. On March 2026, funding round priced the reported post-money value at $852 billion. Similar web ranks ChatGPT as a traffic leader in its AI platform category. And all of this has happened since the company's funding in 2015. A confidential IPO filing was reported in June 2026, creating an option to enter public markets, but not a commitment on timing. The key point is that historical scale brings historic expectations, especially when the company must keep financing increasingly expensive research and infrastructure. That leads into the business model. OpenAI's business model is a reinvestment cycle. Research produces more capable models. Those models become products through ChatGPT, the API, and agent tools. OpenAI then monetize access through consumer subscriptions. Enterprise offerings usage-based API fees, and government deployments. Revenue flows straight into compute model training, safety work, and the next research cycle. The model is still software lead, but the code space increasingly reaches into custom chip and massive infrastructure. That distinction matters. Softwares can scale quickly, while frontier model development requires continued capital investment. To understand why OpenAI can sustain this cycle, we need to look at the structural advantage that reinforces and the cash burn that offsets them. The advantage reinforce OpenAI's revenue strategy. First is distribution. The reported 900 million weekly users give every major launch immediate reach and help consumer adoption spread into workplaces. Second is workflow stickiness. Once APIs, enterprise tools, and agents become embedded in operations, switching becomes harder. Third is the research flywheel. Better models attract users and revenue, which can fund more compute and the next model generation. But the trade-off is substantial. The deck shows the reported $38.5 billion 2025 net loss, alongside a reported 2029 cash flow target. In short, growth and burn are advancing together. The strategic question is what makes the platform valuable enough to justify that investment. OpenAI matters because one shared platform now spans language, vision, voice, code, and action. GPT 5.6 is at the core, while products expose different capabilities. ChatGPT for next, for text and reasoning, Codex for software work, Images 2.0 for visual creation, Real-time for voice, and ChatGPT Agent for research and actions. Medium remains part of the history, although the Sora product is marked as a sunset. The important idea is not any single feature, it is the shared model and the tool layer underneath them. That layer allows capabilities developed in one area to move across consumer, developer, and enterprise products. The next slide shows how broadly that platform is now packaged for distinct markets. The product portfolio now reaches 6 arenas. Consumer offerings center on ChatGPT, and its subscription tiers developers use the API, responses tools, Codex, and the Agent SDK. Enterprise customers access workplace deployments, and Microsoft ecosystem integration. Creative users work with imaging and media capabilities, while the discontinued Sora product illustrates how quickly the portfolio can change. Government offering focus on secure public sector deployments, and health product extending the platform into clinical and healthcare contexts. This brings reduce dependence on any one buyer type, but it also raises the demands for reliability, governments, and specialized deployment. Underneath this product is a model portfolio designed for different tasks, costs, and life cycle stage. This table separates the model family by role. GPT 5.6 is a flagship for complex professional coding and agentic work. Terra and Luna balance capability with cost for efficient, high-volume use. The earlier 03 and 04 mini generation established important reasoning and tool using workflows. GPT Imagine 2 handles image generations and editing, while real-time supports speech, transcription, and translation. Codex is the software engineering agent, and ChatGPT agent unifies research and action through tools, and a virtual computer. Sora is the exception. The product ending in April 2026 with the API scheduled to end in September. The takeaway is that the portfolio is managed by workload and the life cycle, not by one universal model. OpenAI's technology advantage comes from connecting three layers. The first is model research, scaling reinforcement learning, and tool use drive capability. The second is compute at scale, supplied through Azure, a broader multi-cloud footprint, and the Stargate infrastructure ambition. The third is integration, distribution workflow embedding, and efficiency turn low model capability into products people can actually use. The supporting commitments are equally significant, including the large Oracle partnership, the Jalapeno interface chip effort, and an AMD agreement targeting 6 gigawatts. So research may be a product engine, but infrastructure and integration determine whether that research can be delivered reliably, effectively, and at a global scale. That combination shapes OpenAI's market role. OpenAI's market position rests on 4 reinforcing forms of reach. ChatGPT leads generative AI web traffic and provides a massive direct audience. Partnerships with Microsoft and Apple extending OpenAI models into broader consumer and workplace ecosystems. The responsive API, agents, SDK, and codecs give developers a platform for building tools using workflows government activity as another channel, beginning with the Defense Department pilot on the $200 million ceiling. Behind all forces the Stargate ambition, $500 billion and 10 gigawatts with nearly 7 gigawatts of plant capacity, and more than $400 billion of planned investment disclosed in 2025. This market leadership built through users, partners, builders, and infrastructure. So let's look at three frontiers to define OpenAI's next phase. The first is agents. Systems can read, search, browse, run code, and take action rather than only generate answers. The second is power, including custom inference silicon and AMD agreement. Quant's first 1 gigawatt deployment is planned for the second half of 2026. The third is capital. The reported $852 billion valuation, $122 billion round, $2 billion monthly revenue run rate, and a confidential IPO filing all explain OpenAI's financing options. These frontiers are interdependent. Stronger agents require more efficient hardware, and both require immense capital. The opportunity is significant, but the next slide explains why the path is not straightforward. A brand's view of OpenAI must include 5 structural tensions. First is burn rate. The reported 2025 net loss was $38.5 billion, and another forecast put cash burn through 2029 at $115 billion. Second is competition from Anthropic, Google, Meta, xAI, and open model providers. Third is governance. Non-profit control now sits above a PBC carrying an extraordinary private valuation. Fourth is regulation, including European general-purpose AI obligations and continuing US competition scrutiny. Fifth is safety culture, highlighted by this solution of super alignment team in 2024 after its leaders departed. None of these erase OpenAI's advantage, but each can affect execution, trust, and access to capital. To place OpenAI in the wider AI economy, think of a stack in 3 layers. TSMC provides the manufacturing foundation by making advanced silicon. MediaTek represents chip design and compute architecture. OpenAI builds the intelligence layer, models, products, and agents that run on top of that hardware. The simplified phrase is that MediaTek builds the system on chip, while OpenAI builds the mind that runs on it. Each layer depends on the others, and the value is increasingly distributed across the full stack rather than captured by one company alone. This episode covers that path from silicon to intelligence. The next company in the series is Anthropic, another major AI lab with a different positioning around safety. Thank you for watching this OpenAI company profile. The central message is that OpenAI is no longer just a research lab or a single consumer application. It is a vertically expanding AI platform that combines frontier models, mass distribution, developer tools, enterprise integration, and increasingly large infrastructure commitments. Its opportunity comes from that breadth. Its risk comes from the capital governance, competition, regulation, and safety challenges that accompany. The next episode will examine Anthropic and its safety-first positioning. If this clear evidence that format was useful, subscribe, follow, or share the series. See you next time.